Good afternoon, students. Last time we saw regarding resistance system. To understand about that, let us do one activity. This is activity. We are going to take three threads. Thread number 1, thread number 2 and thread number 3. In how many ways these threads can be connected? So we can see that the threads can be connected in two ways. In first way you see thread number 1 is connected with thread number 2. Thread number 2 is connected with thread number 3. You can see that there is a single common point between thread 1 and thread 2. Between thread 2 and thread 3 also there is a single point. If I connect thread 1 and thread 3 also, I will get a single point. This means here the threads are connected with each other in such a way that there is only one single common point and they are side by side. Such connection is called in series. Let us see the second way where we can connect the threads. Thread 1, thread 2 and thread 3 all are connected together having two common points. This is point number 1 and point number 2. So there are two common points in this type of combination, or in this way we can connect the threads also, where there are two common points. Such a connection is called as parallel, one below the other. So same way when we take electric circuit and when we are going to connect number of resistors, for example here you can see 3 resistors are there, 1, 2 and 3. These 3 resistors are connected with resistor number 1 connected with resistor number 2 with single point, resistor number 2 connected with resistor number 3 with a single point. This type of connection we call it as combination of resistors in series. You can see a battery is there, a key is there. Positive and negative. The current flows from positive to negative. This is called as combination of resistors. There are two types of combination of resistors. One is combination of resistors in series. You can see here all the 3 resistors are connected side by side with single common point. We call it as combination of resistors in series. You can see here second type of combination where all the 3 resistors are connected with each other at two common points. This is point number 1 and point number 2. Here also you can see battery and key is there. Always the current will flow from positive terminal to the negative terminal. This type of connection is called as combination of resistors in parallel. It is one below the other. I told you whenever there are two common points, we call it as combination of resistors in parallel. Single common point we call it as combination of resistors in series. So we are going to study today in detail combination of resistors in series and in parallel. Let us see today combination of resistors in series. You can see here a circuit diagram. Here I have taken 3 resistors R1, R2, R3. They are having single common point over here. You can see this is single common point, this is single common point, and they are connected side by side. And it is connected with ammeter and voltmeter. You know what is the device ammeter? It measures the electric current. Voltmeter, it measures the potential difference. Let us see when combination of resistors are connected in series, what will be the voltage and what will be the current. In combination of resistors in series, it is said that the flow of current in each resistor will be the same. It will be constant. The flow of current will be constant. Always remember, in combination of resistors in series, the flow of current is always constant. But the potential difference, what happens? There is one single common point between each resistors. So the potential difference will be sum of all the potential differences of all these resistors. That will become the potential difference for combination of resistors in series. So always remember, whenever there is a combination of resistors in series, the current will be flowing constantly throughout all the 3 resistors same. But the potential difference, when you have to calculate, it will be the sum of the potential differences of each resistor. That will give you the potential difference in series. combination of resistors in series is in this way. This diagram is very important. You have to note down. This is very, very important. It will be asked how to find out in this combination of resistors in series, how to find out the total resistance. How to find out the total resistance. So we know over here that the current is same. So I is same through all the resistors. Okay, let us take that the potential difference of first resistor R1, the potential difference, let us give it as VV1. For R2, let the potential difference be as V2. For R3, let the potential difference be as V3. So, the total potential difference for these three resistors can be given as V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. This will be the potential difference in combination of resistors in series. Always remember, the potential difference in series will be sum of each resistance potential difference, that is V1 plus V2 plus V3. Current is constant, that you have to keep in mind. So how to find out the total resistance? Applying the Ohm's law, we can find out the total resistance. So according to Ohm's law, what will become R1? So R1 will become equal to I into V1, current into potential difference. What will become R2 is equal to I into V2. What will become R3 is equal to I into V3. So the connection of resistance will be I into V1 plus I into V2 plus I into V3. Taking out I common, V1 plus V2 plus V3. So that is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. So the resistance in series will be always the sum of the resistance of each resistor. So the resistance in series is given as R1 plus R2 plus R3, which we can take it as in this way. Now let us see combination of resistors in parallel. Last I gave you one activity where threads were connected with each other. Here you can see that this is R1, this resistor is R1, this resistor is R2, and this resistor is R3. They are connected with each other with two common points. So this combination is called as combination of resistors in parallel. They are connected with voltmeter and they are connected with ammeter. So applying the Ohm's law, how to find out the total resistance in combination of resistors? It is said that the current which is flowing in this circuit, it will be divided. So the current won't be same. In series we saw the current is same, but here the current won't be same. For this it will become I1, for this it will become I2, and for this it will become I3. For three resistors there will be different current, I1, I2 and I3. So the current is different, but the potential difference is same. So we are going to take the current as I1, I2 and I3. So what will be the total current flowing in these three resistors, which can be given as total current, we take it as I. It is given as I1 plus I2 plus I3, so on. And we are going to take the potential difference is constant. Let the potential difference be V, which is constant for all the three resistors. Applying Ohm's law, what is current is equal to? So current is equal to potential difference divided by resistance. So let us find out current I1 in first resistor. So I1 is equal to V by R1. In second resistor, I2 is equal to V by R2. In third resistor, I3 is equal to V by R3. So how to find out the sum of the resistance when they are connected in parallel? The total resistance in these three resistors. Applying Ohm's law, we can find out. Let this be as I by V is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. So we can write it as V by R is equal to V by R1 plus V by R2 plus V by R3. Taking out V common, we will get 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Here also we take out common V. So 1 by R is equal to V into 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. V is common, we can cancel it out. So this is how to find out the total resistance when it is connecting parallel. Here P shows the connection is parallel. So we can write it down. 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. So here keep in mind, whenever the resistors are connected in parallel, the potential difference is constant, the current will be changing. When the resistors are connected in series, the current will be constant and the potential difference will be changing. These two differences are there in combination of resistors in series and in parallel. This is the formula to find out the total resistance. It is connected in parallel. It is given as 1 by Rp. Rp means parallel. The resistors are connected parallel. What is meant by connection in parallel? There are two common points between the resistors. 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. So this is how we can find out the total resistance. Let us see one example regarding combination of resistors in series. Let us see what this example says. An electric lamp whose resistance is 20 ohms and a conductor of 4 ohms are connected to 6 volt battery. Calculate total resistance, total current and the potential difference across the lamp and conductor. Means we have to find out potential difference across the lamp separately and potential difference across the conductor separately. Let us see how is this connection here. This is a conductor, that is 4 ohm resistor. This is a bulb of 20 ohms. These two are connected in series. You can see 1, 2. Okay, single point, common point connection. So this is called connection in series, which is connected with 6 volt battery. Means 2 volt battery each. 2 plus 2 plus 2. All this battery became 6 volt battery. Each cell is having 2 volt battery connected to ammeter, connected to key. So we have to find out what is the total resistance, what is the total current flowing, and what is the potential difference of lamp separately and potential difference of conductor separately. We know that when the connection is done in series, the current is constant. The current does not change. The current remains the same. I is constant. The potential difference changes. Let it be as V1 and V2. Let us now see how to calculate. So we will write down first given. R1, that is the resistance of the resistor, the conductor, is 4 ohms. R2, the resistance of the bulb, is 20 ohms. The total potential difference is given as 6 volt. So let us take it as V is equal to 6 volt. First let us find out what is the total resistance. Last I showed you how to calculate. RS, that is resistance series, is nothing but sum of the resistance of the resistors of bulb and of the resistor. So R1 plus R2. So R1 plus R2. R1 is how much? 4. R2 is how much? 20. 4 plus 20 is equal to 24 ohms. This is what the total resistance of this particular sum. Let us find out what is total current. I told you current remains same. So we are using the Ohm's law, we can say I is equal to V by RS. RS means the total potential difference divided by total resistance. The total potential difference is 6 volt. Just now we found out what is the total resistance. It is 24 ohms. So the current flowing through this circuit is 6 by 24. 6 1s are 6 4s are 1 by 4. 1 by 4 is nothing but it is 0.25 ampere. So the total current flowing through this circuit is 0.25 ampere. He now asks us to find out the potential difference across the lamp separately and across the conductor separately. Lamp is V1 and resistor is V1 and lamp is V2. So let us find out what is the potential difference of resistor. We know according to Ohm's law, potential difference is equal to I into R. So V1 is equal to R1 into I is equal to 4 into 0.25 is equal to 1 volt. V2 is equal to R2 into I is equal to 20 into 0.25 is equal to 5 volt. So you can see 1 volt plus 5 volt, the total volt is 6 volt. So this is 1 volt is the potential difference of resistor. 5 volt is the potential difference of lamp. So we have calculated the potential difference of each resistor and lamp. That is what the solution is. Now look here, let us see the second sum. A 3-cell battery of 2 volt each, a 5 ohm, 8 ohm and 12 ohm resistors with plug key is in series. A voltmeter is connected to 12 ohm resistor. We have to find out what is the reading of 12 ohm when it is connected with ammeter and voltmeter. So we have to find out the reading in ammeter and voltmeter for only 12 ohm resistor. Let us see the diagram over here. This is 5 ohm. It is R1 resistance 1. That is the resistor of resistor 1. 8 ohm resistance of resistor 2. 12 ohm resistance of resistor 3. This 12 ohm is connected with voltmeter and these are connected in series because it is having single common point. These are 2 volts battery. So total potential difference is 6 volt. 2 plus 2 plus 2. This is key and this is the ammeter. When 12 ohm is connected with potential, that is voltmeter, and with ammeter, what will be the reading only for 12 ohm resistor? What will be the reading in voltmeter and what will be the reading in ammeter? That means how much will the potential difference for 12 ohm and how much will be the current flowing in 12 ohm resistor? That we have to calculate. So we are going to use Ohm's law to find out reading in ammeter and voltmeter. First we have to calculate what is the total resistance. We know that it is connected in series. RS is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3, that is 5 plus 8 plus 12, that is equal to 25 ohms. The total potential difference is what? 2 volt each cell, 3 cell. So the total potential difference is 6 volt. So let us find out. We know that in series the flow of current in all the resistors is constant. We want to find out the reading in ammeter and reading in potential difference. So the current in R1, current in R2 and current in R3 will be the same. So let us find out what is the flow of current in R3, that is in 12 ohms. It can be found out by taking I is equal to V by R is equal to 6 by 25 is equal to 0.24 ampere. So in 12 ohm resistor the current is 0.24 ampere. Even in 8 ohm resistor the current is 0.24 ampere, and even in 5 ohm resistor the current is 0.24 ampere. Remember, in series the flow of current in each resistor is same, constant. Now we have to find out what is the potential difference of 12 ohm resistor, that is named it as V1. So according to Ohm's law we know that the product of current and the resistance will give you the potential difference in that particular resistance. So we know the current flowing is 0.24 and the resistance is 12. So 0.24 into 12 is equal to 2.88 volt. So the potential difference of 12 ohm is 2.88. Similarly, we can find out for 8 ohms also. We can find out 8 into 0.24 ohms will give you the potential difference for 8 ohms. 5 into 0.24 will give you the potential difference for 5 ohms. So each resistor's potential difference can be calculated in this way. Let us see the third sum. The resistors R1, R2 and R3 who are having the values as 5 ohms, 10 ohms and 30 ohms respectively. That means R1 value is 5 ohms, R2 value is 10 ohms and R3 value is 30 ohms. They are connected with a battery of 12 volts in parallel. We have to calculate the current in each resistor, means how much is current flowing in 5 ohms, how much current is flowing in 10 ohms and how much current is flowing in 30 ohms. Then you have to find out the total current in circuit and the total resistance. Now we can see this is parallel, two common points are there. So here you can see that the resistors, okay, this is having 5 ohm and this is having 10 ohm and this is having 30 ohm. So three different resistors are connected with each other having two common endpoints. These are called connection in parallel. We have to find out what is the current in each resistor. I have already explained, whenever the combination of resistors are in parallel, the current in each resistor will be different. That is, in 5 ohm, let the current be as I1. In 10 ohm, let the current be as I2. In 30 ohms, let the current be as I3. So, difference is there. In series, the current is constant in all the resistors. But in parallel, the current is different in all the resistors. I1 current in 5 ohms, I2 current in 10 ohms and I3 current in 30 ohms. So we have to find out the current in each resistor, means how much will be I1 when the resistor is having resistance of 5 ohms. How much is I2 when the resistor is having a resistance of 10 ohms. How much is I3 if the resistor having a resistance of 30 ohms. The volt or the potential difference is same in all the battery or in all the cells, and the total potential difference is 12 ohm for all these. So let us try to find out first what is the current in each resistor. So given is what? R1 is 5 ohms, R2 is 10 ohms and R3 is 30 ohms. The potential difference, the total potential difference V is given by 12 volts. So now let us calculate. We know according to Ohm's law, that is I1 is equal to V by R1. So what is that? Your V is 12 and what is R1? 5. 12 by 5. If you reduce to the decimal, we will get it as 2.4 ohms. What is I2? V by R2. Potential difference is same. 12 by 10. Convert into decimal. We will get 1.2 amperes. What is I3? V by R3. 12 by 30. 6 2s are 12. 6 5s are 30. 2 by 5 is 0.4 ampere. So in each resistor, in I1 the current is 2.4 ampere. In I2 the current is 1.2 ampere. In I3 the current is 0.4 ampere. So you can see that when the resistors are connected in parallel, the current is different, the potential difference is same. Next he has to find out what is the total current. What is the total current? The sum of the current flowing in R1 resistor, R2 resistor and R3, that is I1 plus I2 plus I3. So I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3 is equal to 2.4 plus 1.2 plus 0.4. See, I have shown the addition over there. So we will get 4 ampere. Now the third part, that is C, what it tells us to find out what is the total resistance. So we know, according to Ohm's law, we know, I have shown you that the total resistance in parallel is given by 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. This is what we are going to find out, the C part, that is the total resistance in the circuit. What is the total resistance in the circuit? We can find out by taking this formula. So let us substitute the values. 1 by, what is R1? 5 plus, what is R2? 1 by 10 plus 1 by 30. This is nothing but addition of fractions. We know the method of calculating the addition of fractions. Let us find out the LCM of 5, 10 and 30. So 5 ones are, 5 twos are, 5 6 are, 2 1, 2 threes are, 3 1 1 1. So we get the LCM 5 into 2 into 3 is equal to 5 twos are 10, 10 threes are 30. So the LCM is 30. Now let us calculate. 1 by RP is equal to 1 by 5 into LCM plus 1 by 10 into LCM plus 1 by 30 into LCM whole divided by 30. So 5 ones are, 5 6 are, 10 ones are, 10 threes are, 30 ones are. 1 into 6 is 6 plus 1 into 3 is 3 plus 1 plus 1 whole divided by 30 is equal to 6 plus 3 is 9, 9 plus 1 is 10, 10 by 30, 0 0 cancels, 1 by 3. So we got 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by 3. Therefore Rp reciprocal is equal to 3 ohms. So total resistance flowing in that circuit is 3 ohms. Now let us see the fourth sum. In this sum, 5 resistors are given: R1, R2, R3, R4, R5. And a battery of 12 volts, that is a potential difference is 12 volts, is connected as shown in figure. You have to calculate what is the total resistance in circuit and you have to calculate what is the total current flowing in circuit. Let us see the diagram for this. Here you can see R1 and R2 are connected in parallel. R3, R4 and R5 are also connected in parallel. That means the current is different for R1, R2, R3, R4 and R5, and the potential difference is same, which is given as 12 volt. We have to first find out what is the total resistance. So let us say that R1 and R2 is connected in parallel. Let its total resistance be as R dash. R3, R4 and R5 is connected in parallel. Let its total resistance be as R double dash. So let us find out what is first the total resistance. I told you when the combination is in parallel, the total resistance can be found out by 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. So here we are going to take 1 by R dash is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 is equal to, let us substitute the value of R1 and R2. R1 value is 40, R1 value is 10 ohms and R2 value is 40 ohms. So we can say 1 by 10 plus 1 by 40. Calculating the LCM of 10 and 40, we get the LCM as 40. Taking the LCM, 1 by 10 into 40 plus 1 by 40 into 40. 10 fours are 40, 10 ones are 10. 1 into 4 is 4, 1 into 1 is 1. 4 plus 1 by 40 is equal to 5 by 40, 1 by 8. So 1 by R dash is equal to 1 by 8, then R dash is equal to 8 ohms. Similarly, let us calculate the total resistance for the R3, R4 and R5. So let us see how to calculate. So I told you that R3, R4 and R5 are connected in parallel. So R3 is equal to R4 is equal to R5 is equal to. R3 is given as 30 ohms, R4 is given as 20 ohms and R5 is given as 60 ohms. We have taken that R3, R4, R5 are connected with in parallel, whose total resistance we are going to represent as R double dash. So 1 by R double dash is equal to 1 by 30 plus 1 by 20 plus 1 by 60. Let us find out the LCM of 30, 20 and 60. So 5 6 are 30, 5 4s are 20, 5 12s are 60. Then let us go by 2. 2 3s are 6, 2 2s are 4, 2 6 are 12, again 2. And now by 3. So we got the LCM as 5 into 2 into 2 into 3. 5 2s are 10, 10 2s are 20, 20 3s are 60. So the LCM is 60. Now let us take 1 by 30 into 60 plus 1 by 20 into 60 plus 1 by 60 into 60 whole divided by 60. 30 2s are 60, 20 3s are 60, 60 1s are 60. So we get 1 into 2 is 2 plus 1 into 3 is 3 plus 1 into 1 is 1 divided by 60. 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 1 is 2 plus 3 is 5, 5 plus 1 is 6, 6 by 60 means 1 by 10. So 1 by double R dash is equal to 1 by 10. So therefore R double dash is equal to 10 ohms. Now he has told us to find out what is total resistance. So total resistance is R dash plus R double dash, that is R dash plus R double dash is equal to 8 plus 10 is equal to 18 ohms. So this is the total resistance we have calculated. Now he has told us to find out what is the total current. So total current we can say that we can give it as, so next the last we have to find out what is the total current. So total current according to Ohm's law can be given as I is equal to V by R. So let us take what is I for us and what is R for us, V for us. So the total resistance is given as, the total resistance is given as 18 ohms and the total potential difference is 12 by 18. So if you reduce this, 6 2s are 12, 6 3s are 18, 2 by 3. Let us divide 2, 3. We know that it won't go 0.0. 3 6 are 18, again 2, 0, 3 6 are 18. It is continuing, repeating. So is equal to 0.66 is equal to 0. If you approximate, it is 0.7. That is ampere is the current flowing in this particular circuit.